We talked about this some in the book where it's like a good question to ask yourself is, would you feel better, giving this item to someone who's going to use it
Right.
now as opposed to having it sit in your closet or sit in your home and you
Mm-hmm.
might use it one day, right?
Welcome to Reframe and Reclaim. We are Courtney Huckabee, a psychotherapist,
and Jen Harris, an interior designer,
who have teamed up to reflect,
challenge,
and reframe your mindset in relationship with your personal belongings.
Join us as we discuss and declutter all of the stuff that keeps us stuck.
Learn to intentionally create environments with improved function and design that cultivate peace of mind. Find the reframe.
Start your reclaim.
Welcome back to another episode of Reframe and Reclaim. I'm Jen Harris.
And I'm Courtney Huckabee.
Well, Courtney, it's November, it's almost Thanksgiving, and we have a challenge for our listeners. So, this is a time of year to be grateful. It's also a time of year where some don't have as much as others. So, we really want to challenge people to take on their pantry. So this is kind of a two-parter because to the challenge, because part of it is helping you reclaim your space in your pantry while also helping others in the process. So how this starts is we're going to challenge you to reframe and reclaim your pantry. Take everything out, check all the expiration dates, make sure everything's still good to go, because some of that stuff, let's be honest, was bought in August at the beginning of fall and hasn't been touched, right? I know, me too. But but so some of that hasn't been touched. Maybe the expiration is coming up. Maybe it's something you're just not interested in eating anymore. Maybe you've had a lifestyle change. Maybe you were going to go eat healthier and then the hibernation influence set in and you're putting pounds on. I'm good with that. That's how our bodies were supposed to be, right? We're supposed to hibernate.
Yes.
I'm going on a tangent right now. But anyways, things change, right? Month to month, week to week sometimes. And so being able to go through, clear out your pantry, reorganize it if you need to, take out the expired items, take out what you're not going to eat. And, think of, is there a food bank? Is there a neighborhood pantry that could use this? A local church? How can you give back to the community while reclaiming your space? We talked about this some in the book where it's like, a good question to ask yourself is, would you feel better, giving this item to someone who's going to use it now, as opposed to having it sit in your closet or sit in your home and you might use it one day, right? So how can we do that with our pantry? So along with the challenge of cleaning out your space, we also want to challenge you to save $10 from your next shopping trip. Can you shave $10 off your budget and donate that to a local charity? Donate that to a local food bank. If you are unable to do that, I know budgets are really tight this time of year. Could you donate your time? Could you go work in a shelter or a food bank and to help prepare some of those meals for families who are less fortunate? Have you ever done any of those challenges? Or
I've done most of those challenges.
Most of them, all
I
right.
will say, yes. So
Gold star.
So I will say, growing up, I grew up on free and reduced lunches, and so giving back in this kind of manner is something that's really dear to my heart. So I love this pantry challenge. I am also a person who I love to host. I love to cook for others, but sometimes I overbuy and underuse. And so before the food goes bad, I want to make sure that I'm able to use it in another way, donate it, give it away. So I have worked at food banks, doing volunteer work, didn't work at. I volunteered at some food banks, packaging up meals, kind of organizing, sorting things out. Did that with another group that I was involved with when I was younger. I've served at homeless shelter kitchens during the holidays, serving up warm foods for those who were less fortunate. I've done that a few times. And I've done tons and tons of food drives. When I was a school counselor, every year we did a coat drive, we did a food drive for those. just because I know during the holiday time, when kids are not in school, sometimes they are at home and their parents are still working. And just because they're a holiday time doesn't mean that they're going to have food made for them or food available. And so packing backpacks at schools to send some food home with kids over the weekend time or the holiday extended time has been something else that's been part of my past. But I love this idea because, this is a time of year of giving. It's a time of year of gratitude. It's a time of year of enjoying food and community together. And those of us who are more fortunate, I'm more fortunate now than I was when I was younger. And so I always had food in my house, but I was, a lower income growing up, had a single mom kind of raising me. We were able to take advantage of some of those resources that we really did need. So now that I don't need those resources, I give back to those who do. So have you ever done any of this volunteering or giving back?
I worked in a food bank one time. It was probably 20 years ago. It's been a while, but I tried to, like you were saying, like if you're at the grocery store, think of foods that can be donated. A lot of grocery stores have if you want to give to needy families, like it's on like the checkout or it's, hey, this is a list of things. But I was thinking, you just inspired me. I think it'd be great. Like you talked about like the kids who are out of school. It's like I can easily get my boys involved by saying like, hey, let's go to the store and like, what are your favorite foods? What are your favorite things to eat? Yep. And they can pick that out and be more excited about sharing that with others, because we are trying to teach them like that not everybody has it as good as they do, and of course they think others have it way better than them.
There are some that have it way better than us, but there's always a good it always feels good to give in some way, whether it's food, time, talents, resources. It just feels good to be able to say I've contributed.
Yes, for sure. And I think another place where it's kind of forgotten as well is just any charities that you normally donate to as well. I know we're specifically talking about pantries, but they might have specific wish lists that they need this time of year because a lot of families are in need, and so they're servicing different needs for within these families. So definitely reach out, look for wish lists, get your kids involved, see what are their favorite foods that they like to have, and just challenge you to give back this season. The world's kind of stressful and crazy, so I think anything we can do to help our fellow neighbor is great karma and great just community building. And I just think it makes you feel just as good as the person who's receiving it. So,
and again, for me who did receive, from school, those free and reduced lunches, it gave me a sense of gratitude that resource was available. And now that I am capable and able to, purchase foods as I need to, I can give back because it was something that was helpful for me growing up. And so I do think it's really great whether you're getting your company involved, whether you're working with a social group or a church group or a school group, any way that you can give in some way, it always feels really great. But an easy way to do that without extra money or time is just to go in your own pantry, things that are non-perishable, those canned goods, those pastas, some of those foods that have a longer shelf life. And if they are still good and realistically you're not going to use them or need to make more space for the holiday foods that are needing to take up and occupy space in your pantry, take those to a local food bank. Take those to even schools. I know sometimes call ahead. Sometimes they have their own programs where they send kids home or families home with those things. Community centers are really great. I know libraries do food drives from time to time. So I think there's a lot of different options for that. And then, it feels good to say, I'm not going to use it. I need somebody else to use it, instead of me saying, well, maybe one day I'll get to that.
And, maybe you reach out to your neighbors, because people are busy this time of year but want to give back. But maybe it's just, hey, guys, I'm going to be going by the food bank. If you have any non-perishable items that you want to donate, let me know. If you're cleaning out your pantry to get ready, let me know. Drop them off, or I'll come pick them up. Make it super easy. And you could get a very sizable donation, and I know they'd be very appreciative of it. So
I love that idea.
get community, again, getting community involved, getting in touch with your neighbors, building that support system, helping others. So
Yeah. So we hope that you are having a wonderful holiday season. We are grateful for all of our readers, all of our followers. We're grateful for the time that you spend with us. And we wish you the very best, and find ways to just reach out to your neighbors, reach out to your friends, family members. Sometimes a smile and a hello is wonderful because you never know
yes.
what other people are going through. But if you do have extra resources or food in your home that needs a place to go, there are a lot of really wonderful resources to donate to.
So let us know how you're going to give back this holiday season, and we look forward to seeing your comments. Till next time, bye.